a math guru and a Holy Angel University alumnus, he is none other than Mr. Alvin Butsayo. We are here to know his life and why he became a teacher and why teaching became his profession. So, sir, is teaching your first choice?
Actually, technically speaking, if you'll be asking me about my first choice, what I am writing with the applications that I am filling up, you already you fill up those things before. The first choice that I am writing there is BS Accountancy. The second one would be medicine, and the other one is engineering. No education is there. So, why BS Accountancy? Because during those times, a lot of my friends are taking BS Accountancy as their subject or as their course. But then again, if you will be asking me honestly, I will be speaking to you that BS Education must be my first choice because at that moment I already wanted to become a teacher. But because of some of my classmates who are forcing me to take accountancy, so I did take accountancy as a first choice.
So, sir, when you shifted from BS Accountancy to BS Education, did you have doubt or did you regret or have a firm decision that you will become a teacher?
I have a firm decision to become a teacher, but then again, I did not do that action before. We were asking me if I have a firm decision on taking BS Accountancy. I doubt because I do not like actually the course.
So, sir, let's talk about your college years. What were your greatest struggles back then?
Struggles. I'll be start with the BS Accountancy. BS Accountancy, when my struggles when I take that course would be dealing with the subject because those subjects are the subjects that I do not want before. So I am just reviewing for the purpose of passing those subjects, but actually I'm not interested in those subjects. With BS Education, when I took shifted from BS Accountancy to BS Education, the first struggle that I encountered would be the shifting process. Why the shifting process? Because there are a lot of papers that I required to pass back then, and it takes me a lot of time to finish all those things. Next, another struggle that I have back then would be dealing with a teacher because other teachers or professors are requiring a lot. I'm sure you are familiar with that. Are requiring a lot of requirements, so we must comply with those requirements. So that is another struggle that I have. Another one is the very soul of the struggle that I have encountered in college when I deal with classmates that I do not know. Because primarily, I am a shifter, so I do not know where my classmates. Because they are new, all of them are new to me. So how do I interact with them? How do I do it? Or another environment? So it's really difficult to shift from one course to another. Yes, of course, I have.
Okay, let's set aside those struggles. What about your happiest moments?
Happiest moments. My happiest moment would be just seeing the students. As a student, there are a lot of happiest moments that I have. First one, the first thing that I have is that when my classmates are already dealing with me because I am new to them. So when they embrace me as their new friend, so that is one of the happiest moments that I have. Another one is that when I am receiving my grades because those grades are those grades that I have spent hard work with. So when I receive the fruit of my labor, of course, you will be happy. So those are the happiest moments that I have.
On the first place, sir, what inspired you to become a teacher?
What what inspired me to become a teacher? I guess being a teacher it's a calling for me because from yes, when I started to have a well thought process already, I wanted to become a teacher. So during my childhood, I wanted to be a teacher, but then again it did not materialize because of some real factors involved. So those are the things that affected my decision.
Sir, how long have you been teaching?
How long? Okay. So I am teaching the first year that I taught was I think that was 2008.
8?
I was a substitute teacher at Holy Family Academy. So I did not yet graduated. They hired me already. So I'm already teaching at the same time studying. Right? Did not yet receive my diploma. So after that, I thought they are third year. It's geometry, third year mathematics. And then third year high school studies. And then after that, because the teacher that I have substituted already came in, so I did not have any position in that school. So what I did is that they actually offered me to be in the office first, but then again, what will I do in the office? I thought of that. I am not that kind of person who is writing and then observing. I am more of the active than the passive one. So I wanted to teach. So I decided not to accept their offer, but to have another institution which they can accept me. So I applied to different schools and should I say I'm happy then that an institution offers a job to me, and then it's called the Achievers Special Education Center, which I spent almost 3 years. I thought that I would just be spending 1 year because I'll be teaching elementary students. So I did not thought of teaching elementary students. But then again, after all, because those students are very bright, they are really intelligent. So I really have fun dealing with them, and I have learned a lot from them because of their attitudes, of these things, of what they can offer. So I enjoy. I spent 2 years there. After that, after the third year, I decided to apply public school, public elementary school, because there are based from my other friends who are in the public, there are a lot of benefits. The salary is good. So there. So what happened is that I started to embrace the public elementary school. So when I applied there, Claro and Recto give me a chance to be in their school. So I was here for about 3 years now. So all in all, I have probably 6 years in teaching elementary and high school.
So, what do you prefer to teach? Elementary students or high school?
You will be asking me what, I guess it doesn't matter to me. What matters is that you teach, you do your job well. Whatever is that job that you have to do it.
Okay, sir. The big question is, of all the subjects, why mathematics? I mean, most of the students don't like
Hated
math. Yeah.
the subject. But then again, it is not true for me because when I was in elementary, mathematics was the subject which I enjoyed the most. Even in high school, even in college, it doesn't require me a lot of reviewing for that matter. I I do not review a lot when I have a quiz or a periodical test in mathematics. But then again, the thing that you have should be the skill. If you know the skill, the foundations from elementary until the high school, if you know all the things, the algebra, the basic number theories, if you know all those things when you are in the higher mathematics, you will be applying those same principles. So it is not difficult to deal with mathematics. Only I guess some students are closing their minds about the subject. I guess you are also encountering difficulties before, but then again, you should be embracing it because mathematics is it's a lot of fun.
So, sir, you like solving problems, you like numbers?
I like the most when I solve a problem which other students cannot solve, and then when I finally got the solution to the problem and I share to them, that's the very thing that I wanted. When they ask me to tell the solution to that problem, it's really fulfilling for me.
And two.
An achievement for me, of course.
Sir, let's go back on your first day of teaching.
First day
How
of
was your
teaching.
first day?
First day of teaching was actually there's no first day of teaching because when I'm in college, we're already taking the observation and the internship phase. So there, we're already teaching because our critic teacher asked us to teach the lesson already. So you will be speaking about the formal first day of my school when I already have to work. That would be in Holy Family Academy that was back third year high school. I was very excited then. It was very fun meeting with these students. So a lot of them are already at how old are they then? Probably 15 years old, and our gap, the gap of our ages between just 7 years. So it's just like talking with your classmates, talking with your brothers or sisters of the same level, of the same age. But then again, you should be strict when dealing with them, because if you are not strict, what happens is that they will not be believing in you, because they will just be telling you, this is just sir, I could do this thing, I could do that thing. It doesn't matter to him. So you should be strict.
So, are you first day of teaching your strict?
Of course, I always believe in the saying, first impression lasts. If you are strict at the moment you entered in the room, all throughout they will remember that, and as the days passes by, just have to loosen a bit so that the students will not hate you. They will respect you. They will be earning a lot of respect.
Sir, are you happy now with your life as a teacher?
Of course, I am happy now. Look at me, I am very happy. I am very happy teaching. As long as I am teaching, I am happy. As long as there are students who are willing to receive learning from me, I am happy.
For an Alvin Butsayo, what is an effective teacher?
An effective educator, an effective teacher, I would probably, the first thing that you need to know would be the professionalism thing. Professionalism thing would require you to settle aside those personal beliefs that you have. What you should be having would be those things that requires you to be competent enough, those things that requires you to be dedicated enough with the course or the profession as a teacher. What else? Being punctual is number one. Oh yes. If you came late in the class, the next thing, you do not have any idea, but the next thing would be other students will come late too. You experience that, right? Because when you have the first teacher then back then, when he or she always comes late, probably would be thinking, "Ah, sir would not be starting the lesson early because he or she will be coming late." So those are the things. Another one would be the time management. Time management is very important. All of the course, I guess, time management is a very big factor because you have to manage your time properly. That would mean if you are a student, as a student, if you do not manage your time properly, what happens to you?
Having rush.
Okay, having rush to everything. Same thing was every day is probably new to us. Meaning, if it's new to us, every day is there are a lot of surprises. You have to be very, very careful with those things that comes.
Sir, as of now, what are your greatest accomplishments as a teacher?
Greatest accomplishment would be seeing my students before. Of course, if you will be telling me stories about those things that you have, about the subjects that you have, those are the greatest achievements. Students, for as a teacher, I guess I could say generally, the very greatest achievements that we have would be our students.
What are the greatest rewards of being a teacher?
Greatest rewards, if you choose to become a teacher, please do not expect a lot from it. Especially the extrinsic things. It comes intrinsically, ibig sabihin or meaning, intrinsically meaning it comes from within. So the rewards as a teacher would just be in your heart. It lies in your heart. When people or when your students tells you that they are inspired because of you, that is really rewarding for a teacher. That is rewarding for a teacher.
Okay, sir. I mean, what advice you can give to those people who want to pursue
For
teaching?
those people who want to pursue teacher, I guess this is very true to all of the professions. Just do your thing. If you want that thing that you have, or if you want a course, or if you are dedicated to that course, if at the start or from childhood you already wanted that course, you have to pursue that course. You have to pursue that course because that course would make you a living, would make you happier.
What are the lessons you've learned in life as a teacher?
Lesson that I have learned as a teacher, there are a lot of lessons that I have learned. Every day is countless. Every day is learning from the students when they speak little things, when they have this attitude. Everything is learning to us.
Thank you very much, sir, for this wonderful interview. So we are here and we know about him about his life and how he became a teacher. For him, being a teacher is a calling. You need to be dedicated. You must have discipline and be determined to be a teacher. So that's all. Thank you. And I'm Rennella and Malonzo. Goodbye.